Hey peeps, my name is Naisha and welcome to my channel. Today I'm back on choices and I want to talk about Wake the Dead, my thoughts, my opinions on it, and things like that. Also, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers, I suggest you play this yourself and then you can come back to my video and then you can hear what I have to say. And hey, you can even comment down below what you think of it. Now, Wake the Dead. 21 years ago, a plague of zombies brought the world to ruin. Now you and your companions must battle for survival against enemies both alive and dead. Now, basically, your character name, I'm going to say, I'm going to go with, I'm just going to say Tara. Either you could play as Tara or you could play as Joe, whichever one you want to play as. So I like that this book, you could actually be a man or a woman. That's one of the things I like. Another thing that I like the background music to this, because especially like when things get tense, when things get sexy, depends on if you want your character to have a love interest or not. And I like the fact that there's multiple love interests. You have two guys and three women. I want to say you have Toby and Eli, those are the boys. Shannon, Shane, and I want to say her name is April. I'm not sure. I forgot. Either April or May. I forgot her name. But yeah, you have those three. I also like that in this one there are consequences because there are some. I'm not gonna say all of choices stories are like that, but there are some stories on here where things could. Well, I feel like every choices story can go as planned, but like what's the word? It just doesn't deviate from what they want the characters to do and stuff like that. Um, but in this one, there was consequences. Like there were choices, and there were hard choices that you have to make, and there was consequences behind that hard choice. For example, also, oh yeah, I already said spoilers, but if I didn't, spoilers. Like for example, one of the hard one of the choices that you had to think on and that had consequences to it. There was a scene where you either had to help Shannon or help another person. If you help that person, Shannon would get bitten, but she would still live. But unfortunately, she would have to chop off her hand. And of course, if she's your love interest, she's gonna be pissed off at you. She's gonna be very pissed off at you. Now, if you choose to to help Shannon, the other person would have the same fate, and that person wouldn't be mad at you, but their father would, and their father wouldn't want to help you if you did that, like if you didn't help his daughter. So yeah, they had different hard choices throughout the novel that I enjoyed, because I was like, yeah, give me hard choices, like make me think like, ooh, what should I do? Um Another thing is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not a fan of like zombie anything. Um Except for like the Walking Dead games and The Last of Us. That's the only thing zombie related that I like. So I was surprised that I actually enjoyed this. I also thought it was crazy, and I like that there was kind of a twist. And what I mean by that is that in this, like in the first beginning, like the first few chapters, you are with your older sister. Unfortunately, your older sister gets injured to the point that she can't come with you, so she sacrificed her life so that you and the other people that are with you could like escape from the zombies. And of course, that was off the back emotions because I was like, oh my god, like especially like when our characters like screaming, no, no, I'm not gonna leave you, no, no, and then like Eli had to take the character, take like the main character away because the main character wasn't gonna stand for that. Tara was not gonna stand for them, like for her to leave her sister. So yeah, emotions right off the back. But the only reason why I said twist is because you get to see your sister again. But unfortunately, your sister has become one of the queens. And that's another thing I like about Wake the Dead. The lore of the zombies and stuff like that. Like, I like that in Wake the Dead there are like different types of zombies. You have like the sirens, and you also have like the queens, who are like who basically are like the head of like the head leaders of the zombie and stuff like that. Well, I also like that you get to design your own safe haven, like your own place, your own like fort and stuff like that. You could have like you could start with like you could build up your food more, or you could build up your fighting, your weapons. You can even build up the mood of you could even build up the mood of like the people that are also with you. What else? I also like you have things that you get to, well, I'm not gonna say things you get to do, but yeah, like I said, you could get more resources and things like that. Of course, there's diamond choices, so you can either choose to use it or not use it. What else? I like that some of the choices and like some of the hard choices, I like that some of them kind of I like that some of them kind of like what is it? I like it that some of the hard choices revolve around some of your love interests. Like there's at least 3 hard choices that you have to make in the story that revolves around Eli, Shannon, and I want to say either her name is April or May. I can't remember. But yeah, which I thought was pretty interesting because it comes with the like dynamic of like your characters and stuff like that. So yeah. Um. Ooh, I also like the fact that there was a betrayal in this. I was like, whoa. Like, which I'm gonna be honest, I saw coming. Like, I think that's another thing that I don't like about it is that I saw the betrayal coming, like just like that. And what was his name? I forgot his name that quick. But one of the characters that was with you, I'm gonna call him David for now because I forgot. Like I legit forgot his name. I know his name is not David, but it's gonna be Dave. It's gonna be his default name for now. Um, David was a close friend of your sister, and like, there was a couple of y'all in this group. First, it was your sister, David, you, and two more people. Yeah, two more people in this group. But one of the people got killed when y'all got discovered because your sister and her friends, they discovered that, like, the place that you was at first, because how it first starts off, how, like how this story first starts off is that y'all are in, what is it Blackthorn or something? I don't know, but I do know, like, the leader, like, y'all ain't, I'm gonna say your own place. I don't want to call it a village because it's not a village and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what you would call it. I wouldn't call it a city either. I'm just gonna call, like, a safe haven and stuff like that because I can't think of anything else to call it. But anyway, this is the first safe haven that y'all in is run by a guy. I think his last name is either Blackthorn or Blackwood something. I think it's Blackthorn. It could be Blackwood. I'm gonna go with Blackthorn for a minute. Anyway, it's run by Blackthorn, and y'all, like, on, like, a mission, I guess, to get some. Yeah, y'all on a mission to get supplies because, again, the world is run by zombies now, so y'all just getting supplies and things like that. And of course, this is where you meet your first love interest, the one that, yeah, this is where you meet your first love interest and save her. And again, this is another place where you have a hard choice and stuff. So, which I thought was interesting. Wait, I forgot another chick that was with you. Because I said in the beginning, I said there was, like, um, just, David, your sister, and two people. It was actually three people. Sorry about that. But anyway, depending on what you choose for the hard choice, there's a guy named Jax that is with you, and depending on the hard choice, he could either come back with you or he could die. Sorry to say it like that, but yeah. Anywho, but, like, when you come back, you have some concerns and you voicing your opinion. And of course, one of the guards get on, like, one of the guards, have to say something smart. And of course, your sister, de-escalated, but it turns out that, like, because of your suspicion, your name got put on this list, and they was going to feed you to the zombie if it wasn't for your sister telling you, come on, it's time to leave, and things like that. And of course, like, while you learning this information, y'all also are watching people get murked because y'all follow Blackthorn and some of the guards to what they was doing, because there were people, like, tied up to a tree and there was zombie feeding on them, and of course you get caught, but y'all end up running. That's when your sister gets injured. One of your sister's friends end up getting killed, and so it's just you, your sister, David, and two other people. And of course, oh, and Shannon. I forgot to mention Shannon's also with you. And y'all go and meet I forgot. You also have a love interest that also lived in the safe haven with you, Toby. But Toby is MIA for a minute. Anyway, you go to this cabin that's nearby where you meet the third love interest. And of course, from there, that's where, like, the story begins. Yeah, that's where the story begins, because after that, your sister gets injured and stuff like that, and then zombies end up coming your way. That's when your sister ends up sacrificing herself. That's also where Toby ends up meeting you. And then from your sister's sacrifice, y'all end up basically going to find your own safe haven and build it up and all that. But overall, I did enjoy the story. I didn't, like I said, I didn't think I would like it because I'm not into the whole zombie apocalypse story and stuff like that. But I like it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty dope. And I hate that this was one of the stories that didn't get a sequel because I would have loved a sequel to this. Like, because I want to know what happens afterwards. Because when you do build your safe haven and all that, and you also make alliance, that's another thing that I like about this story. You get to make alliance with different people. But they say, I want to say, like, and also there's like cool, like there's like a cool, like, well, I'm not gonna say little, but there's cool battle scenes in here and things like that. And one of the battle scenes, well, not one of the battle scenes, but um they say that, like, the reason why they, like, making a safe haven and trying to build stuff quick and trying to have a whole lot of like food and things like that is because um around this time, like, this is where like zombies get very bad, and they're gonna hit, hit like safe havens and just hit any place with humans pretty hard. And so, yeah, I want to see what happens after that, because after like you and your alliance survive, Shane, who is your love interest, but she also have her own group. She decided to go her separate way. She and her group decided to go her separate way, and so it makes you wonder, like, okay, if she and her group are going their separate ways, um, I'm pretty sure all the other groups are gonna go their separate ways too. So it makes you wonder, like, okay, what happens after that? Like, are you going to come? Like, are y'all gonna come back together? Do you have to, like, re-alliance with them again? Like, I always want to know what happens after that and things like that. So, I just kind of wish that this had a sequel, because this story was very good. Like, it was one of those pixelberry stories that is just mwah, chef kiss. Because some sometimes pixelberry don't make stories this good. So I kind of wish they would have. I kind of wish that this was one of the stories that had a sequel to it, because again, it would have been nice. But that's all I have to say about it. I definitely gave this story, in my opinion, 5 out of 5 stars and things like that, because, like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty dope, especially since I'm not into the whole zombie apocalypse story. Let me know what you guys think about this story. If you liked it, if you hated it. Also, who was your love interest? Because I know my love interest was Eli. And baby, when I tell you I explored all of those diamond options with him, yes, I sure did. Yes, I did. So yeah, let me know who was your love interest and things like that. Let me know, like, your reaction to some of the things that happened. Make sure to put like a spoiler um tag on it, just in case. Well, not a spoiler tag, but make sure to put spoilers so people could know, just in case, if you want to tell me like what shocked you, like what about the story intrigued you, if it is worth us, if it is worth you putting spoiler to it. But Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.